Maybe a-holes will be a lot more lovable if we just embrace them. So for 10 minutes each week, we highlight the a-holes. One is usually asking, am I an a-hole? And in this case, is she the a-hole for letting her child wear a tiara to her cousin's wedding?
She writes, my daughter, Chloe, who's 4, has a fascination with princesses. She loves the color pink, wears only dresses, and has an array of tiaras she wears everywhere except at preschool where she can't, but she does have it in her backpack. That's how much she loves them. My 33-year-old cousin Alex invited us to his wedding, which was this past Saturday. Chloe was so excited because she got to dress up and stayed dressed up the entire time. She also couldn't wait to see the bride's dress. She asked if she could wear her princess tiara, and I said, of course, because it was a big celebration. We got to the wedding on time. Chloe was all dressed up with her tiara. However, the start time was delayed for unknown reasons. 15 minutes after it was supposed to start, one of the bridesmaids came out and told me that the bride was refusing to come out because my daughter was wearing a tiara. I thought she was joking, but she wasn't. Apparently, the bride was also wearing a tiara and wanted to be the only one wearing it. This caused a lot of confusion and a rift in our family, and I had to ask my crying daughter to take off her tiara. Am I the a-hole for letting my child wear a tiara to my cousin's wedding? I didn't mean to make the bride upset, but now the bride doesn't like me because of this.
All right, first things first. Am I the only one when I hear the word tiara that I sing, tiara?
Yes.
1-2 step in my head?
Yes, you are.
Okay, that's the first thing.
That's just you.
Secondly, it feels to me like each week we have a scenario at a wedding where somebody is overreacting to something going on in the wedding.
Oh, you would file this under overreacting?
Overreacting, okay.
Maybe just a little bit?
A little bit. So you know how like most people will focus on the negative? If there are 100 weddings, how many have you guys been to where this kind of drama actually happens? Because based on what I hear on the Bert Show, it feels like 85%.
Well, that's the thing. It's like it depends on where you are in the family and the inside group of the wedding party as to if you're going to even be privy to something like that. Because I'm sure the family knew, but I'm sure a good portion of the guests had no idea why the wedding was delayed.
Okay.
Yeah.
It just seems like such a dramatic overreach to me.
Oh, this is beyond. To make a child, because you want to be the only one to wear a tiara, so you're going to make a child remove hers. Like that's like next level insanity.
That's how I was thinking, but I thought maybe I was missing something. Because
No,
with these
you're
weddings,
not.
yeah, I'd be lost. But I'm like, that seems a bit over the top for sure.
Generally, you hear about all the wedding drama afterwards.
Yes.
Like you're not seeing it in the moment. You're just you're snacking. You're at that open bar, have another White Russian, whatever, and you hear about all of it after the fact. I know I was at one wedding where like during the reception, everything kind of got really weird in the families, and I was like, "Are people gonna fight? What's going on?" So the mother-in-law on the other side's like camera had been stolen, like her digital camera, and ends up it was one of my cousins. So like everybody was like, "Where is it?" And then we found out who did it like later on in the night, and that was all the drama. And it ended up coming to a head the next day, but not during. I want to see this stuff during. I've almost been to weddings where I'm like, I'm trying to start crap. I'm like, hey, you see, she's wearing like cream. And they're like, it's not white. And I'm like, but it's cream. You should say something.
Unpopular opinion. I don't think the kid should have worn the tiara to the wedding.
Okay, all right.
You know, I wouldn't have made her remove it once she was there with it on her head. And as the bride, I think you look and you're like, it's not an adult, it's a child. Like, you're fine. But my sister just got married, and when I was picking out my dress, like the dress for my 2.5-year-old daughter, I made sure it was still fun and sparkly, and she loved it, but it was not as colorful or as bright as she would have wanted or as I could have made it, because it's not about my kid. And I know my kid is cute. I mean, I'll go ahead and put it out there. Every parent knows their kid is cute. Everyone has cute kids.
No, they don't.
So when you bring a kid to a wedding, they're already kind of a center of attention. And then when you make them super adorable with a little tiara, like the focus is on the kid and not the bride. And sure, at the end of the day, as the bride, as the adult, you should rise above and be like, it's just a child. But as a mom going to the wedding, to be respectful, I would keep my kid's outfit a little more muted so the focus could stay on the bride. I don't think she should have worn the tiara to the wedding.
This feels like pure silliness to me. So if the kid's going to be cute either way, if it has a tiara, see, if it,
No.
or not. or not. So I just, the mentality of this thing, this is how my wedding is supposed to be. It needs to be exactly like it was in my head. Just feels like such an overreach.
But generally, they think ahead and they tell everybody, like, here's what to wear, formal, cocktail attire, whatever. So are kids exempt from that? I would see a tiara on a child as costumey.
Yeah.
And if the brother would in turn be wearing a Spider-Man costume, like in the same light. So like if I was a parent, I would not let my daughter wear a tiara to a wedding, especially if it was more formal.
Oh, I would.
I wouldn't even think about it.
I wouldn't, because there's a chance bride's gonna have one that has the veil and everything coming off of it, and I'd be like, nope, we're gonna have you dressed for the wedding and the rules, not for a costume or Halloween.
What are you laughing at?
I've been over here trying to find what a tiara is the whole time.
I finally
I
figured
didn't
it
know how to
out.
spell it, but I finally figured it out.
How'd you spell it? How'd you spell it?
I spelled it all kind of ways. T-E-A-R. Yeah.
It's literally
it took me
spelled
this whole
like
break.
it's literally spelled like Sierra, but with a T.
I figured it out. It took me 15 minutes. Don't mind me. Go ahead.
My thing is, I'd rather my kid be on their best behavior than what they look like. And if a tiara is going to make her happy and be a good kid, we are wearing a tiara, baby.
Right.
We are rocking a tiara.
Hey, do you like what you just watched? Because you can get more Bert Show for free. We drop new podcast every weekday, and you can find us anywhere. Spotify, Apple, any place you get podcasts.
The Bert Show.